All right, and welcome to Fast Break Breakfast NBA Podcast. My name is Keith Parrish, and I'm here once again with my buddy through the miracle of computer phone. Here with Dave DeFore. Dave, how's it hanging, man?
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. It's really nice weather right now.
I hear that.
Real nice.
We've got uncomfortably, unseasonably warm weather in Tennessee. A balmy 77 degrees in early March.
That'd be warmer than here.
Yeah. The cat of the household, our cat, it's Fur. She's not sure whether she's coming or going. Because we had the ice storm, and obviously she's floofing up, getting the little floofs going. But now she's shedding, and I'm worried we're going to get cold again. Who knows? Anyways.
I don't know about this, man. You know, I have a big Pyrenees mix.
Yeah.
He's a 100-pound dog, right?
Yeah.
So like this is basically like a carpet that's walking around shedding.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's year round. I mean, it's same undercoat. I feel like this whole thing where they have seasonal coats, it's got to be a myth.
No. The cat bulks up, man. Cat bulks up like the hair.
Your cat gets fat.
No, I'm telling you, our cat is very small.
Oh, okay.
Like it's got like and then the sheds the fur. It does. It's not. She's not
There's
an
a lot
animal
of
that
shedding.
sheds a lot. She doesn't shed very much. In the summer, she'll sit on like a chair and like she doesn't leave that much fur. But like this is actually she's now in like her shed phase. Like things are all over. Like I wear a black shirt. I wear a black shirt basically every day.
Do that.
And it's just cat hair. It's cat hair.
Can't
Anyways,
do that.
I'm recording at work. There's no cat here. No cat hair.
I'm also recording at work.
Yeah, there you go. Dave, I feel bad. A couple of reasons. One, I feel like I over-indexed the Hornets dropping a couple of games right after the All-Star break. I thought maybe like the peak. I thought they were slowing down a little bit. No, they're back in overdrive. They're a good team. Yeah, they 6 straight wins, minimum of a 15-point margin of victory. Most of the wins against garbage teams. Okay. But they smacked the Celtics around, and the Celtics have been looking great. So, like, the Hornets are definitely coming on. This is like I was bemoaning last week a very common verb for us, Dave. But I was mourning the lack of there's playoff races. Just there's only one team chasing. But the East is giving me life. I don't know if I'm so starved for competition that the East play-in is giving me life. But legitimately, the Hornets are awesome. What?
There are other playoff races.
There are other playoff races, but I don't know. I'm not feeling them as much.
I think the seeding in the West in the top 4 matters so much, right?
It really does.
And I think that's a pretty good race.
In the West, you got the Timberwolves, Nuggets, Rockets, just all locked together. Plenty to talk about with those teams. The Lakers are hanging around. Also, Lakers under 500 since Rich Paul began his podcast.
That's a great stat.
Correlated stats?
Great stat. Where did that come from?
It's fact. I don't know. I can't.
No, all right. Back to the Hornets.
Someone dropped it in the Slack. I'd already seen it a few places. No, back to the Hornets.
Hornets are great. Hornets are great.
So much fun.
Yeah, the vibes are so good, man. Like the LaMelo Ball, and we've talked about him together for a few years. Like like I can't help but love a guy that plays like that.
Yeah,
and I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of fun watching him play on a good team.
We answered a listener question, I want to say, in the last year. Maybe it was the off season. And it was talking about players we don't enjoy watching. And, like, my number one's always Luka Doncic. I don't like it. I don't enjoy watching Luka Doncic. Never have. When he was carrying my fantasy team to championships, I turned my nose. I covered my nose. It's going like, this is gross. But I said LaMelo Ball. I don't like it. It's like for me, it was all sizzle. Like it was just flashy with no substance. But now he's on like a team with guys, and he's just like, what if I was awesome? What if I just played great?
Oh.
And so maybe
what if he was always awesome, Keith?
Maybe he was always awesome, and he's like, what's the point?
Your brain was the limiter there.
I'm
right?
still confused.
Your imagination.
Not to squelch the enthusiasm around the Hornets. We talk about the Hornets basically every week.
Yeah.
I am still confused. Has he not gotten reckless driving charges? What are the people in North Carolina
I have no idea.
doing? Why is Adam Silver not concerned about the off-the-court behavior of one of his stars doing incredibly dangerous things with weapons of destruction? If you're driving a Cybertruck like that, that's deadly. It's more deadly than almost anything you can do. Was
it a Cybertruck?
Was it not? What was it?
A Hummer.
Oh, a Hummer. That's right.
It was
custom
like
Hummer.
An electric Hummer.
Yeah. If you're not, if you're driving an SUV wildly through traffic while distracted, it's.
How about if you're driving? Period. Any vehicle, even a bicycle.
But this goes back.
Especially those electric scooters. By the way,
this goes back to my your punishment for speeding should be directly correlated to the weight of your vehicle. The mass times velocity
percentage of your income
of course of course
yeah.
Your technical foul fine should be directly correlated to your salary. We can't be having 10-day guys getting techs.
Yeah, definitely not. No,
that's like 20% of their money.
Yeah,
it's messed up. No, the Hornets are fun. They've been stomping people. Felt like a statement win.
Kobe White, everything that everyone said about the Kobe White trade for them, looks like it's going to work. I mean, he has just been exactly what they needed coming off the bench.
In the Eastern Conference right now, you have the Pistons, who have not totally wrapped up the 1 seed, but they've sort of wrapped up the 1 seed.
Yeah.
You have the Celtics, who are getting back Jayson Tatum, allegedly. Some thought it's going to be this weekend.
Might be tomorrow. We'll find out later on today, right?
Yeah, we'll probably might find out. No, I was going to say by the time we finish recording. No, we will not record that long. I'm thinking about the Eastern Conference. It seems very wide open, but also there's a dearth of playoff-proven teams in the East, right? I mean, do we give the Celtics credit as being playoff proven? I guess once if Jayson Tatum comes back, but you look at the Knicks; they don't have postseason success.
Nope.
You look at the Cavaliers, famously lacking in postseason success,
and they added James Harden,
and they added a negative postseason success guy.
It feels like though, if you make a conference finals, I mean, he's made you know what I mean, as the best player. And you ran against the Warriors. I don't know. I think the Harden stuff may be a little overblown. It's fun to say, though.
But, I mean, the Raptors, nothing.
No, they're
not. Then the Hornets, it's all.
Can I make the case?
I'm just saying the East is all unproven. The Sixers haven't made the conference finals. So
all of the stuff people would say, look, Keith, I've already said, hey, what if they make the conference finals? The Hornets,
right?
Because they're scary. They can score and they can defend.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Like the last 25 games, this team has been incredibly good.
They're awesome.
On both ends. I trust them to score in the playoffs more than I trust Detroit to score.
I really don't want the Pistons to have to play the Hornets in the first round.
Right.
I kind of hope we get something different. I mean, yes. I would say of the probable playoff teams, we haven't mentioned the Magic. As a Grizzlies fan, the Magic falling out of the playoffs is like all our hopes are pinned to now. The Grizzlies can't lose on their own. So it's like, well, we're going to need some other kind of lottery luck. What if the Magic fall out? But there are,
they're falling apart. They're not going to get out of the play-in for sure. And I don't think that they're going to, like, if they're in the play-in, they're not going to win and get out of the play-in.
I don't know why. It's still a mystery how they're so bad. And to me, at least,
it's a lot of vibe stuff too.
It is vibe stuff, but they got Desmond Bane, they have Anthony Black and Jalen Suggs, and all of those players rule, in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
those players rule.
Sure.
Why are they so bad? I don't know. The Hawks, meanwhile, I didn't even know they were allowed to have winning streaks. They've won 5 in a row. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were able to do that. The Jonathan Kuminga, the addition, the free Kuminga, all of a sudden they're exciting. No, I was looking at as a general overview of the East, as we get carried away with basketball before our breakfast, I feel like there's a lot of enthusiasm around Pistons, Celtics, Knicks. Cavaliers are playing great. Yeah. Cavaliers. Maybe I'm biased against the Raptors and Sixers. Maybe I'm just not. There's no one in my circle who's fired up about them, talking about them all the time. But
Sixers it's all about Embiid, right? Like, yeah. and that's the big old question mark. And he was so good before the All-Star break.
Right. Then he went too hard at the dunk contest. Shouldn't have done it. That's why stars don't do dunk contests. Look at Embiid, man. We all saw it. He fell and hit his head. And no, but then also, of course, the Hornets. It's so like there's all these teams that are so like they're really peaking at this time, and of course, then we fall back into my maxim that March basketball is false. So then I'm always like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, point differential though is not.
Maybe not.
Hornets have the 5th best point differential in the East.
Right. Well, they have the best point differential over the past like 33 games or something.
For sure. Well, no. Over the last little while, they've been up there. But they've been, and part of that is, look, they're in the East. It's a softer schedule.
So we say softer schedule. It has been almost exactly even between the conferences this year. So I don't know. Like we like to say look at the Indiana, schedule of the teams in the Southeast. I'm like, how do you guys go and lose? This was the joke I made with the Raptors. I'm like, how do you go on losing streaks?
How do you go on a losing streak?
You play the Pacers every 3 games. Like what's that?
Well, the Sixers have been to me like the classic example of that, and why they were always never good enough in the playoffs. But like they were playing the Wizards 4 times and the Nets 4 times. I mean, for years.
Yeah. The team comparison that I like to do for the Hornets, this, of course, shows my limited lack of imagination. I've heard, obviously Bill Simmons compared him to the early Warriors, the Steph Warriors. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Go for it. Who cares?
Okay.
To me, they are exactly the 2021-2022 Memphis Grizzlies, who started the season 10-11, not as bad of a start as the Hornets had this year. The Hornets were 4-14. But those Grizzlies were 10-11, a very young squad, and then beat the brakes off of everybody else for the rest of the season. They finished with 56 wins. For me, that's the Hornets right now. They're racking up. They're locked in. 1 through 10, 1 through 11 on the roster. Everyone knows the rules. They have a core of young, really good players. And right now, any team that faces them on a random Wednesday in March is going to get eviscerated.
They are so serious, man.
Yeah.
They've been my favorite team to watch this year. It reminds me of the Pacers from last year. Well,
the Pacers took a long time to come around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a similar thing, right? Where you just start to see this it builds. It's it's a bit of a snowball, right? And watching the games every night, this is where it's rewarding for me because I get to see this thing start. And it helped that Con Knippel was just good day one.
Yes.
And instantly started drawing attention from the defense. Everybody else had a chance to settle in. They've been, been great. Charles Lee can coach, man.
They just set a record for the most 3-pointers made over a 7-game span, which was over 140 3-pointers. That ain't bad.
They're going to get banned from 2K, I'm assuming.
There you go.
Because I was thinking about that watching them last night. I was like, I bet this team is a lot of fun.
So, Dave, breakfast? Oatmeal? Porridge?
No. Had a fig bar.
Fig bar. Was this a pre-wrapped, or did you make your own tray of fig bars?
I'm not making my own.
I had the most ridiculous. It was, I don't know what, it was a Kind bar. That was the brand, Kind.
Okay.
Got it at work in the break room, but it was like a bonus one. It was like a huge one. It was called like Protein Blast.
I'm not a protein bar guy. They're always
protein
has
become the electrolytes from Idiocracy.
Yeah, it has.
I didn't see. I thought they were. Listen, everything in Idiocracy has come true, and I thought the electrolyte thing would be the one. They missed on protein. It was actually protein, where it's where like Cheerios are now like get your protein enriched Cheerios.
Like, right.
We're not.
Well, there's a cereal that's It's like called cereal balls, right? It's like making cereal manly again. It's like, okay, what?
Yeah.
Breakfast. Okay.
Yeah.
Go get your milk out of the refrigerator.
I had a protein blast chocolate peanut butter kind bar. Was okay. I'm very thirsty right now.
That sounds. See, that's why I avoid those types of bars, right? Like, it's. I do the fig bar.
Is this?
Like,
was this
coffee.
like? I think this is supposed to be for a triathlete. Maybe like this is something like mile 20 of the bike. Maybe it's the end of the swim.
Oh, wait. See, but no, that would be like something high carb and sweet.
Okay, I don't know.
If it's chalky and dry, this is my thing about protein bars. And I used to work I worked at GNC when I was in college, so I was always eating free protein bars. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Or tons of sugar.
You were telling the NBA players, no, don't take that. We don't know what's in that. Don't.
Yeah. I won't mention any names.
Hey, Paul George, you shouldn't take this. You shouldn't take this.
We would get a phone call. Hey, you have to pull this because it's got like Deca in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man. All right. So those were our breakfasts. After our breakfast, we move to our breakfast in bed apologies. This is my chance to make right what I could have gotten wrong on a previous episode. I made a big error last week. Dave, I blame you for not calling me out when I made the egregious error. You got to hold me accountable for these factual errors. I mixed up, had a couple of listeners pointed out, I mixed up Will Richard and Will Riley. So
you know what? I noticed that in real time, and I was like,
So sometimes you make facial expressions, but I'm not always looking at the Zoom. I'm not even seeing you, unfortunately. I'm looking at my notes on the computer, and you talked about Will Richard earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
When we got to the awards segment of the program, Will Riley was a nominee for the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award, and I was talking about him being on the Warriors as a second-round pick. When he's on the Wizards, he was a first-round pick.
But I knew who you were. I knew who you meant when you meant the Warriors.
Huge error. I feel really bad.
Yeah.
So
the problem that I have, Keith, is that I podcast like I would in a normal, like I have a normal conversation with you, and it just isn't worth the time to correct.
So that
you know what I mean? Not a big. Let me correct you.
No, I understand. You don't have that let me correct you energy.
Yeah.
I mean, you do sometimes. Let's be real.
It depends. And Will Riley is
Will Riley. That's
below the Mendoza line for correction.
So that's a mistake.
I'm just like,
apologies to everyone. Will Riley getting some run on the Wizards as they deal with trying not to be competitive in basketball games. The Wizards got some tremendous injury news. Keyshawn George is going to be shut down for 3 weeks. Congratulations, guys.
UCL.
Well, I mean, is this the same as the Ja Morant elbow?
Ja Morant, right?
What's good for Ja Morant?
We got a pitching injury.
So
why are these guys throwing batting practice?
They had already been. I had already dropped him in fantasy leagues. By the way, I guess I should talk a little about fantasy for our Patreon supporters. No, I'd already dropped Keyshawn George in fantasy leagues because he doesn't play any. Like he played him like 19 minutes a game. All these teams. I mean, Adam Silver hates fantasy basketball. Someone should explain fantasy basketball to Adam Silver. Do you think he's ever thought about it? Do you think as the commissioner of the league, he understands that like the NFL makes $1 billion because of fantasy football? And while you might never capture the perfectness of the weekly matchup of fantasy football, there are many things you could do that would improve the fantasy basketball product for your fans. Namely tanking, where it's like, if every team doesn't want to win, guess what? Now fantasy basketball stinks. And that's why only like the hardest of hardcore fans get into it and play it. A couple things about fantasy basketball. First of all, congratulations to all the Patreon supporters.
I think you have to be insane to play fantasy basketball.
I love fantasy basketball, and I do think it's great. It's great to keep. I think as someone who covers the NBA, one of the big bonuses of fantasy basketball is it keeps you attuned to just random things that you might have otherwise missed. Where it's like, wait, Micah Potter is shooting what? Over the fun, like it's these things where you're like, I don't know. I'm going to say there's a lot of national NBA reporters that don't know how good Micah Potter's shooting splits are. He's been playing center for the Pacers for those listeners who are more casual. But so I feel like that part's good, where like things don't slip by you. Where this goes back to so and so's been averaging 21 points per game or what? But congratulations to the Patreon supporters who are still alive. I will say in our negative fantasy league, which it is a huge deal to make the postseason, 40 teams, only 8 make the postseason. So congratulations.
Wow.
To those who've done so.
That's what the NBA ought to be like.
You think the product might be better if... right now we have 20 teams making the postseason, and we have 9 teams who have quit. And then there's the Bucks. So it's like... it's ridiculous. Oh, wait. All right. So... here are the people who made the quarterfinals in the negative league. We got Matt M. Major, got Jeff Clint, Bobby P., and then me. Those are the 6 in the quarterfinals. The top 2 are making. This is my worst negative team ever. I'm barely hanging on. Also, we got Texie and Mr. Wales. They got first round buys. They're waiting for us to see who emerges from the gauntlet. We also have the semifinals going in our other 2 regular fantasy leagues. I'm possibly going to lose in both of them. It's an off year for me. And then we're in the second round of our dynasty playoffs. That's the 30-team dynasty league. Am I alive in all 4 listener leagues? Yes, I am, Dave. It's too much. I know we tried to get you involved.
Who is the best negative player this year?
Let me look it up. It's a great question. You know who's amazing at it? Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson not having a great year. Cam Johnson missing wide open clutch 3-pointers against the Thunder. One of the reasons the Nuggets are maybe not running away with this regular season like I thought they might. Cam Johnson. I've been disappointed. How do you feel? I'm not sure who posted this.
Well, and Gordon's been hurt so much.
Well, of course, Aaron Gordon with the hamstring. He's supposed to come back, I think, tomorrow. He's supposed to come back, I think, on Friday or Saturday.
Friday, yeah.
How do you feel about the Jordy Fernandez Ponzi scheme? This is where players on the Nets look awesome, but turns out maybe they're not awesome. You have thoughts?
It's okay. You know the Moneyball thing where like the Oakland A's would turn someone into a closer and they would have a bunch of saves and then they would trade them to the GMs that hadn't caught up, right?
Okay.
All right. It's Michael Carter Williams for the process Sixers. Hey, go out there.
Yeah.
Go average almost a triple-double and then we're going to trade you because you're actually not that great.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to score points on these teams.
Yep.
And so Jordy Fernandez is a good coach and he keeps them organized and, guys get a chance.
So you have Michael Porter Jr. looking awesome on the Nets, but that's just the reverse. That's still the same thing where everyone's like, oh, well, look, Cam Johnson's been bad, but now he's on the Nets. He's putting up the stats. I don't know.
Okay, wait. So here's the thing. Michael Porter Jr. is not a bad player.
No, no one said he's a bad player.
Not a bad player. Great shooter, like elite shooter. So, I just think he's in a place where he gets to be featured more. Now, what's it look like when he's not featured? I don't know. Is he Kyle Kuzma? Right? Like, I don't know. Kyle Kuzma is sometimes we literally
saw Michael Porter Jr. not being featured on the Nuggets. That was his.
Yeah, he was good the title year, and he was hurt last season.
Here are the top 10 players in points per game in the negative fantasy league this year. Bradley Beal, may God rest his soul. Lou Dort, number 2.
Wow.
Herb Jones, number 3. Lou Dort, big week. Hey, Lou Dort did the thing after his flagrant foul where he got ejected.
Mm-hmm.
He admitted culpability. He said he went over the line.
I'm impressed.
Good maturity. Listen, you don't even have to mean it. You just say it, and it makes you look good.
That's right.
Yep. Aaron Nesmith is the 4th best / worst in our negative league. Aaron Nesmith having a bad shooting year. Part of the Pacers' woes and his injury issues. Scoot Henderson hasn't played that many games. We'll acknowledge him. Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian Finna-Miss, as the Rockets fans are saying. I don't know who thought that one up. Love it. Marcus Smart. Tumani Kumara, a surprise guy near the top. And then A.J. Green. That's just a random smattering. Scrolling down, C.D. Sissoko, Bub Carrington, Draymond Green. The Warriors are better without Draymond Green, right?
I thought this was the year they were going to trade him. I thought they had the door wide open for it.
Yeah. So, anyways, congratulations to those players I just listed for being the backbones of some of our negative fantasy teams. Congratulations to all the Patreon supporters. who are still alive and playing. Patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. Actually, let's take a break, and then I want to tell you more actually about how the trade deadline was catastrophic for fantasy basketball. Okay, Dave, I'm not even joking. This is bad for your product. This is bad for your basketball. Adam Silver. I'm not even talking about giving the Cavs 5 days off in early March. That's horrible for fantasy bat. You think the NFL would give their teams buys in weeks 14 through 16? No. They're aware that fantasy football is a huge deal. Unrelated to that, I was looking at this. The number of trades at the trade deadline that either it sent high usage guys to low usage roles. That's very bad for fantasy basketball. It also sent decent players to tanking situations. I know Trae Young's coming back tonight. Trae Young against the Jazz, but you can't. Trae Young's value, he was a first-round draft pick, or if you're in an auction league, tons of money was spent to draft Trae Young. Totally lost season. Breaking news. He's healthy enough to play, and he has been.
Right.
Right. But anyways, I was looking at this. These are all guys who were basically top 50, maybe top 40 players in fantasy basketball who, because of the trade deadline and because of losing on purpose, just aren't playing. Some of these you would argue are injury, but the injury on a lot of these are hand in hand with teams not competing. So you got Trae Young, you got Anthony Davis, his teammate. Trade deadline was horrible for him. Domantas Sabonis, Nick Vucevic went from a primary role in the Bulls to a backup role. You have Ja Morant, of course. He's healthy, guys. I don't know anyone's looked into it, but I'm pretty sure he's healthy. You have Kobe White. Like you said, Kobe White went from a big role to a small role on the Wizards. Jaren Jackson Jr., of course, shut down. Zubac shut down. And then you have just the tanking / trades like Zach LaVine. Michael Porter Jr., awesome year, but he doesn't play every game now. And they sit him out the end. You have Pascal Siakam, some tanking, some injury, Cooper Flag. All of this, I think the league would make more money if more people played fantasy sports.
I think the league would make more money if more players played games.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
At least the incentives could be aligned if there was if they're like, hey, fantasy basketball is a big deal for us. We got to make sure.
Well, did you see Fred VanVleet was talking about how the gambling stuff just doesn't really pay for the headache, right? To anyone, to the league or to the players.
Right.
Fantasy basketball probably would, especially if you geared things thinking, in that
What
direction.
did Fred VanVleet mean by that? I mean, they are literally the players are making lots of money because of FanDuel and DraftKings paying lots of money.
Okay. No, it's less than 1% of their BRI,
of their total BRI.
Fred VanVleet, right? Yeah. Now, players are making it off outside of the CBA and the NBA.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what he meant is you're not even talking about Jonte Porter.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm talking sponsorships. Whatever kind of deal Giannis has with Kalshi, right?
Right.
But so to me, it would seem like this would be low hanging fruit, but
yeah,
I don't know.
What do we know?
They're just gonna find a way to make more money on gambling. Also, by the way, we did have breaking news.
What is the breaking news?
Not breaking news. Jayson Tatum's gonna play at some point this season and might play Friday. Okay.
Cooper Flag might play Friday too. Cooper Flag has seen Con Knipple get all the love. He's trying to get back in that.
Yeah. He's questionable. Yeah. So
Cooper Flag was a finalist for Western Conference Rookie of the Month, and I think he played 3 games. So it's a great award. I mean, he played 3 awesome games. He was scoring 30, 35 every game he played. So Tatum coming back. I mean, I don't normally go to wondering about the title. I feel like that's a big issue with our coverage of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to what we're talking about with who are the playoff proven teams in the East, what level of Tatum do we need to make the Celtics be
okay, we got 6 weeks.
The favorite. Yeah.
We got 6 weeks. This is I don't know. This is a fun curveball. It's fun for a lot of reasons. Number one, as you know, Jayson Tatum coming back from an injury is awesome. It's a great story. But the Celtics have been so surprisingly good. Now, and our buddy John Wilmus sent me a great rundown on the Celtics about how essentially they're good at paperwork, right? They rebound, they play defense, they get shots up. Whether they fall or not, that's another thing. But they just do so much of the administrative parts of winning a basketball game that during regular season they have enough talent, especially like Jaylen Brown and Derek White, that they're going to win a lot of games. Come playoff time, it changes because it becomes such a talent game. This is why I like the Hornets so much. And so you add Jayson Tatum back to the mix. If he, I don't know, man, let's say he's 100% come playoff time, which I don't know what he's going to look like.
I mean, we're talking Achilles. Seems super unlikely, right? I felt like we're dreaming of 80, 90. Can he be, how much better than Baylor Shireman are we shooting for? 2X or 3X? Jayson Tatum, just be a better Baylor
3X, right? Jayson Tatum just gonna be better. But I don't know, man. It does change. It changes everything because it injects so much talent into the Celtics. So, but look, man, we saw and Durant had a different type of surgery than Tatum had.
Yeah.
But Durant was pretty good that first season back.
Yeah.
Now this is a super aggressive timeline.
So
but I don't know.
We're getting Jayson Tatum back this week. We're getting Trae Young back this week. We got Darius Garland.
Yeah,
Darius Garland, man, I like the Clippers, and
they're going to be fun.
I feel like it might just be my specific bias against like kind of tough but limited teams, and I love Kawhi Leonard, and so watching Darius Garland just add a little bit to this, we were like, oh man. Like now I'm starting to get excited. Like could they
Mathurin has been awesome there
Mathurin's been great. Giannis is back and it's not going great.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you forgotten about the Kawhi aspiration thing with just all of the other
Me personally, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I
feel like the NBA's hoping.
I'm able to hold more than one thought in my head at the same time.
Right. I think the NBA's hoping.
This is also the thing. This is what I don't normally reply to people on social media. Social media anymore. Yeah. But usually the thing I feel the urge to reply to almost everyone who talks to me about the Grizzlies when they're like, why are you negative about this? It's like, I'm able to say two things. Like I understand, like, Cedric Coward can look good. And also the team could be like headed into a really long, just desert of awfulness.
Yeah.
So Zach Edey shut down for the year. Zach Edey was someone took him top 100 in a fantasy draft. He's not going to play.
Not going to play.
Season's going to end. He's not going to play anymore. No. All right. So we talked about our big mainstream. How does Jayson Tatum affect the title? Here's more Fast Break Breakfast centric, strong content.
Yeah.
So Giannis came back, not going great. Cam Thomas not really helping the cause right now, maybe like we thought.
Doc Rivers, man.
Did you know? So Cam Thomas got a steal against the Celtics. The Bucks scored 81 points in this game. Cam Thomas got a steal. Did you know? That was his first steal since November 4th.
Oh my God. Oh,
there are some things, when people are like, how many points can you score in an NBA game? It's like, don't be stupid. You could score 0 points. You could score 0 points in an NBA game.
Sure.
How many steals could I get in an NBA game if I played 1,000 minutes? I'm telling you, the ball would end up in my hands at least once. like a loose ball would come to me at some point. Like you'd
knock the ball away.
Right. Like if you're on the court, the ball's going to come to you. If you're just watching, the ball's going to come to you. Just pick it up.
Yeah.
So an incredible streak from Cam Thomas of avoiding.
He's never even guarding on the ball. Like he's actually the guy who's normally going to be playing the passing lanes.
This is as shocked as I was the time I found out that Bojan Bogdanovic, 6'7" Bojan Bogdanovic, had gone 80 straight games without blocking a shot. He almost made it a whole year with 0 blocks. I'm like, you're 6'7". Like you get these things accidentally. Like you just try to foul a guy and you get lucky one time. It's like, how do you not ever block a shot? All right. Also, Dave, the Harrison Barnes Iron Man streak coming to an end. Do you have insight on this?
No.
Have you? No, have you heard the story? What actually happened?
No, I haven't. No.
He got hurt napping.
What?
Had the longest streak in the NBA of consecutive games played. He took a nap and he woke up from the nap with a sore calf. Do we think AC Green snuck into his room? I mean, this is a classic old man injury.
That is. Yeah, man.
This guy hadn't missed a game in years.
Yeah.
He's playing. I mean, the Spurs are awesome. Haven't you mentioned the Spurs this episode? The Spurs are continue to be awesome. I mean, they got pretty well manhandled by the Knicks, but they still are awesome. And the Harrison Barnes thing, though, he says he woke up from a nap. Calf was all messed up. Gave it a go. Couldn't go.
That's crazy.
Is this funny business right here? This is something that happened in the Grizzlies sphere. Santi Aldama has been on the injury report for forever for some kind of soreness of something. They took him off the injury report, so he was available for a game, but did not play. They said after the game, "Oh yeah, final warm up. Turns out he wasn't good." Did they do this just to reset some kind of counter at the league office?
Maybe.
So the league office is like, "Oh, he's available. Let's reset the clock." So now, because then he didn't play the next game either. So I don't know.
I mean, like the Trae Young thing, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, there's phone calls being made.
I'm interested. So like the Jazz are an interesting one. So they play the Wizards tonight in a big tankathon game. Of course, Trae Young's going to play. The Jazz, they almost got me on Wednesday. I thought they were going to win. They loosely in the football, they got me because they were up by 7 with 2 minutes to go, and I'm like, oh, is John Conchar and Isaiah Collier going to do this? But then they didn't score in the final. Like the Sixers barely escaped. Nick Nurse was like, "What a great win for us!" He's like, "I can't, man. What a great win for us with no Edgecombe. Pull that one out." I am so curious about not just to how, because we do. So I feel like we see these teams who acknowledge they're going to pick up a win. They just it's like one fun, like the Jazz did it with Jaren's last game. Like, hey, we're playing a tanking team. Let's just blow a team out for fun for our fans. So I'm interested to see, are the Wizards going to play that? Are they going to do like, let's just try to go hard, put a bunch of highlights of Trae Young? But I don't know who's going to play.
Go for 50.
Is their big guys they started a guy, never heard of him.
Yeah, they haven't been playing anything.
Julian Reese. I picked him up in negative fantasy. But I was like, Julian, this guy never heard of. It's like he played like 35 minutes. He fouled out of his first ever game. Congratulations, Julian Reese. I know I'm interested about the weirdness, the spectacle of that game where teams don't want to win, but you're playing Trae Young. And also I keep going back to the Trailblazers are not running away with it. I mean, they're making the postseason. But like, what would the West have looked like if other teams had tried? Like if the Jazz had tried, or if the Grizzlies had just kept trying. I don't know.
We would have had a real race for the play-in.
Might have had a race. Let's answer.
And a 6th seed, maybe.
Yeah,
because like Steph is sitting to rest because the Warriors can't really improve their position.
Is that what you think is going on?
I mean, he's got an injury, right? Like, I mean, he's old and he's a basketball player. His knee is probably bothering him. Yeah. But there's no incentive to rush him back. Same with Denny Avdia, right? I mean, I'm not sure the extent of his injury, right? I'm speculating here.
Right.
But they cannot fall out of the play-in. So if he's got any sort of bang or bruise and you're going to have this play-in game that maybe you want to win, I don't know.
I mean, the Warriors are interesting because obviously Steph closer to the end of his career. If you're playing to compete, which we would hope teams are,
right?
You really don't want to be the 9 seed.
No.
Like you want to stay at least 7, 8. Like they are 4 games behind the Suns, who are the 7th seed. Suns dealing with the Dillon Brooks injury. And I mean, you never know. Devin Booker's been touch and go for a lot of the year, it seems like. But, like, you don't want to fall behind the Clippers, and the Clippers are playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Because then your odds of making the playoffs are very low. But are they just saying, let's just take the 13th pick? Let's go for a 4% chance at the lottery? I don't know.
Is it a secret tank? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, the Bucks, that's what their fans are wrestling with. Is this a secret tank? Although they looked so good. They finished going into the All-Star break looking good without Giannis. And it was like, we'll get Giannis back and we do some stuff. And now it's, I don't know. Unfortunately for them, the Hawks and Hornets are playing well, and it's going to be tough. They're 5 games back with, 20 games left. Let's answer a couple. We got some good listener-submitted questions. This is the Croissant Questioner.
Knock yourself out.
Magnus, the Question Master, wants to know, who has had the better season, LeBron James or LaMelo Ball? Fun question.
LaMelo, probably.
I mean, what are we judging it on?
Do we want to just go stats head to head?
I mean, the stats I assume are comparable.
Yeah, but also the roles are different.
I mean, well, the roles. So that's interesting. They are, but they're not that dissimilar.
Sure.
I feel like LaMelo, to his credit, has been able to defer a little bit, understanding that Brandon Miller's so good.
Oh yeah,
and Concantiple's a great play finisher. And of course, LeBron. I mean, their thing is, I don't know. Do you have to
watch?
Do you have to submit to the will of Luka? Like what do you? It's like, I don't know. Their team's a little bit weird. But like LeBron's, they have a better record than the Hornets, even though the Hornets, of course, are doing way better. Yeah, I mean it's the trend is going LaMelo's way. Of course.
Yeah.
If we had to pick like a final spot for an All NBA team, not that is the situation, I think I would lean LeBron, but I don't know if that's accurate.
I think LaMelo's had maybe more impact.
I'm having trouble. So their stats are super similar. Now that I've actually pulled up the basketball references page, I see LaMelo just a hair under 40% on his field goals this year. Of course, high 3-point volume among that.
Yeah. That shot diet is...
The shot diet is very deep.
That's ultra processed.
Yeah. So LaMelo, if we want to nitpick it, has played 10 more games than LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
It's very close. I'm trying to think now, what do each of those teams look like if you remove, like, part of me, I might be holding it in too high esteem the games where they moved him to the bench, LaMelo, right. But I don't know. I mean, he's obviously a big part of why this team is on fire and looking so good. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, and so I don't know if there's a clear conclusion to be drawn.
It is a good question. I like
because the Lakers, if there's no LeBron, obviously Austin Reeves fills in a lot of that. They're such a weird team but I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. They're an impossible team to really judge because, like, I could see them winning first round playoff series.
Yeah,
because they've just got guys that can do it.
Right. All right. Here's a fun question from David D. Not you.
Not me.
A different David D. Which NBA matchup makes for the best band name? This question is inspired by me watching the Jazz Wizards matchup. Jazz Wizards is kind of a fun name. He suggests using Magic and Jazz. I feel like they can do some stuff. You got it, like Thunder Nuggets. Thunder Nuggets is like a jam band. I don't love it.
Yeah.
Don't love it.
I mean, Thunder Suns.
Oh, the Thunder Suns?
Right.
If I'm allowed to attach a "the" in front of these names, yes. If I'm allowed to drop the S from team names, If I'm allowed to, like if I could,
Okay.
like if I could say Bull Wizard, like Bull Wizard is a fun band name to me,
Right.
but I don't know if that counts because I'm taking it from Bulls.
What about Magic Wizards?
The Magic Wizards is not
Wizards,
bad. I mean,
right?
if I like,
You're thinking about dragons.
Well, I'm going to go see the Magic Wizards tonight. Like that works for me.
Yeah, they do this whole like laser light show.
Yeah.
They sing about dragons eating Nazis.
Something about the Wolves. If I can just say Wolves and not Timberwolves, like Magic Wolves, man, do you got the new Magic Wolves record?
Right.
Like that. I like that. I like that pretty well.
What about the Jazz Kings? I saw the Jazz Kings the other night down at a little speakeasy.
No, but it's a good one, but it also I feel like it has negative connotations where it's like I feel like I don't know. This pretentious guy won't shut up about the Jazz. No, it's not that good.
He won't stop talking to you about it.
Play me real jazz. Come on, I don't know. That's not. Jazz Hawks. I mean, if we're into jazz name,
yeah, I don't know.
I kind of like the Hawks thing. The Sunhawks. If I could drop that Sunhawks,
that sounds like that's a arena league football team,
sure.
Right? That's the Jacksonville Sunhawks is
Oh wow,
always a good time.
I do like that. I'm trying to think if there's one we could do off of weird. Magic Thunder sounds too stupid.
Yeah.
I think the Thunder Suns.
But the Thunder Wizards, dude, the Thunder Wizards
pretty
their
good.
Their drum show is insane.
No, the Thunder Wizards are a traveling Celtic music ensemble.
There's a caber toss outside. That's what we're doing at the tailgate.
I mean, the Magic as an adjective does seem to work a lot on this. Even Magic Rockets.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sun Rockets.
I don't know.
Am I just too obsessed with maybe I was like Sun Volt in my head?
Sun Volt.
Well, that was the band name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Miami Heat in and of itself sounds like a band.
Great band name.
Right?
Great band name.
They would open for Miami Sound Machine. We'll just come up just throw the city in there for some of these. The Charlotte Heat, that doesn't work. Miami does. It's funny.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. The Thunder Heat. Does that work? Thunder Heat. Yeah, I don't know.
What? Heat Lightning is what you're thinking of there.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. All right, do we have a favorite? I'm trying to decide. I'm going with Thunderhawks. I want to catch the Thunderhawks at the Sphere. I can't believe they got a residency.
I think Thunder Wizards, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. One last question. This came from a discussion in our Patreon Slack about when you're at the grocery store, and you can choose to go to either get your groceries bagged, go to the attendant, actually stand in line, or go to the self-scan, or do what I do, which is go to the self-scan and ask for help. But the listener wants to know, this is a question from Ryan K. Who would be the better grocery bagger, Dave or Keith?
I don't know. Probably me.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
I don't know. I'm pretty anal about stuff like that. I actually, got groceries the other day.
Yep.
And the woman who, scanned my groceries,
yep,
placed them into the cart in an organized fashion. And I thanked her and pointed out how annoying it is when they just throw the stuff everywhere.
Well, so
I worked a lot of retail, in college and stuff.
I think you'd be a great bagger.
Thanks.
Part of the discussion that we had in the Slack channel was I was talking about how I will, if I have to stand in line, though, the problem is you basically have to avoid the baggers because this is specific, of course, to my grocery store nearest to my house. I just want these people to be able to get paid their money, but also do nothing because I don't want them touching my groceries. They're
you bring your own bags?
Yeah, bring my own bags. Okay. And it's just they've clearly not been trained. Most of them haven't been alive long enough to buy their own groceries, and actually they're just throwing things in the bags.
Yeah. I gotta say, can I tell everybody to go read David Graeber right now?
Okay.
The self-checkout is great. I think self-checkout is awesome.
So
not because I don't like saying hi to people.
I think you'd be a very good bagger. I think my advantage, if I were making an argument that I'd be a better bagger than you, I think I would do a better job at not commenting on the customer's groceries and giving them suggestions. I think you'd be like, "Hey man, you've bought a lot of processed sugar."
Right.
Or you'd be like, "Hey, what do you?"
I would be making eyes.
Or even that, or you might have helpful suggestions. It's like, you know what you can really do with this kale, and me, I wouldn't know any better. I would be thinking about Cam Thomas steals. I would be in my own world, just packing them. I know not to put the fruit on the bottom. I'm not putting the egg. I'm not smushing the bread. I'm not putting the cleaning supplies with the chicken. I know how to. I can do it. But also, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm not going to give them any ideas. I'm not going to comment about their order. So that'd be my only order.
Can't do it, man. I can't do it. I want everybody to have a better life. It's my curse, man.
It's true.
It's my curse.
Thanks for the questions, everybody. If you want your question answered on there, you'll be a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. All right, Dave, it's now time for the awards segment of the program, the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award, given to the worst performance in a box score. It's been 6 days since the last episode, and I got to say, not much has been happening in the ice shop. This week's a blowout. Not much to talk about. Derek Jones, honorable mention, 2 for 12. LaMelo, honorable mention, 5 for 15. Our three nominees, DeAnthony Melton, in a loss to the Clippers, being asked to do too much. 3 for 14, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. Jalen Suggs in a loss to the Pistons. I lost it. Here we go. Jalen Suggs, 4 for 17 in a loss to the Pistons. He had 14 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. And then Michael Porter Jr., I think he got it. In a loss to the Heat was 3 for 17.
Oh, yeah.
9 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls. So, yeah, Michael Porter Jr., 3 for 17, wins it. Congratulations, Michael Porter Jr. I hope you continue playing, 25 minutes a game for those people who took you in their fantasy leagues. It's rough out there. All right, Dave, final thing. We get the return of Jayson Tatum. What do you need? Actually, let's go to the West. We haven't talked about the West at all. What are going to be the differentiators, do you think, between the Timberwolves, the Rockets, the Nuggets, the Lakers? How do you see that shaking out?
I mean, look, I think the Timberwolves, come playoff time, are going to be the team to beat.
Yeah.
I need to see more out of the Nuggets. Jokic has just not looked good since he came back from the knee.
Yep.
I need to see what they look like when they get Watson and Gordon back out there. But the Wolves, every time there's a big game, man, they're in it. They never look out of it. They give up some of the, they're going to lose to the Pelicans every couple weeks, right? They'll do something like that. But then they play the Nuggets, and they are the team that knows how to handle Jokic the best. They play the Thunder, and they knock them around. They're secretly, they're really big, actually. Right. They've got size. They have defense at every position. The Ayo Dosunmu pickup is really working great.
They are. I really like watching the Timberwolves. I like the Ayo pickup. The season that Jaden McDaniels is having. He's just such a good player. He's so good. Ant is ridiculous. I mean, the Grizzlies sort of made the Timberwolves sweat this week, but Ant had, I think, 40 in that game. It was just ridiculous shots. They're so good. I did also like this comment from Gobert. He got a little flack for it.
Yeah.
Saying, they picked up Kyle Anderson, of course. Kyle Anderson returning to the Timberwolves. And Gobert saying, it's good to get him because he's actually getting a guy who wants to pass or something. I don't think
he didn't mean it as a shot.
But also, literally, if you watch them, Gobert is open for dunks all the time.
Yeah.
And they don't throw him the ball. And, like, say what you will about, like, Gobert just shut up and rebound. No, he's open for a dunk. Just throw him an alley-oop. He'll dunk it. And, like, Kyle is specifically – I said this years ago when Kyle Anderson first went to the Timberwolves. I was like, he's the only guy feeding Gobert for dunks. And so, I mean, he's not going to play a huge role in the playoffs. Yeah, no. but the fact that he can just go out there and keep the ball moving, play a little defense, and then set Gobert up for a dunk. I do like that.
That old school thing of making sure like your bigs touch the ball early to get them engaged. It's true. It's just true. They're not involved on the perimeter, so they don't get a lot of touches. There is a strategic advantage to making sure, especially early on, that your bigs get to touch the ball and put it through the hoop, because it does motivate them on the other end, but it also keeps them active on the offensive end, because there's a certain amount of selling you got to do as a big man. And if you're never touching the ball, they don't care about you. And now all of a sudden you can zone up in the middle. So like Rudy's right to be frustrated about some of this sometimes.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, man, you don't need to say it out loud, buddy.
Yeah. So if the seedings stay the same, and obviously they're all bunched together, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Rockets, and the Lakers. But right now 3-6 would be Rockets Lakers, and that's one where, like you were saying, I could see the Lakers winning that, no problem. Like,
I know
the Rockets are not
Lakers
filling anybody with confidence.
I don't trust the Rockets.
Yeah,
I don't trust them at all.
I mean, at least they do feel like they have finally turned to Reed Shepherd, and he's delivering for them. And if they get continued great play from him, maybe, but still.
The Rockets and Wolves are basically tied for 3 and 4, and then the Nuggets are a game back. I think it winds up Wolves or Nuggets 3, the other one 4, and Rockets 5.
Well, you have to get to 3 if you're one of those teams. Like, you don't want to play. You don't want to play the Thunder in the second round. I mean, the Spurs.
Well, do you want to play the Spurs?
But still, I mean, you commend the Spurs from getting some separation, actually pulling away. We're gonna getting that 2 seed. But
I mean, no, you don't want to play. Catch the Thunder for a minute there.
Yeah, no, this part. You're right. This is a really good playoff race. As much as I was focused on the East play-in, this part, finding out which team can.
The matchups matter so much.
It feels like the Nuggets do. Maybe I just expect more from them, which is why I'm like, they need to get it in gear as opposed to like the Timberwolves. But yeah, like, I mean, a Timberwolves Nuggets first round that's incredible.
Would be absurd.
It's wild.
I mean, we may get there's a good shot. We either get Jokic, Durant, Jokic, Ant, Durant. Right? Like, if we're just saying, here's the marquee players.
And if we're doing band names, give me Ant Durant.
Ant Durant. God, man, take me back.
I'm going to see Ant Durant at the Roxy. Let's do it.
Hey, they're old, but they can still go.
Perfect. All right, man. Thanks so much for hanging out. Everybody, thanks for listening. If you want more from us, get it at patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And remember, breakfast is the most important thing.
Yeah, never apologize for being G&G. Fast break, man. You understand?